Because you don't have $11,000 and you won't, which is why you're going to pack your bags tonight and get out of my apartment. And you, Dad. I turned to him and locked eyes. You're not welcome here until you can admit what she did and apologize for siding against me. Dad's jaw tightened. You're making a mistake. She's your sister. No, I said, standing up, my voice rising for the first time. She's a grown adult who has been allowed to rely on others instead of managing her own responsibilities because you've never made her face consequences. Well, congratulations. She's about to. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside was a printed copy of the police report, the official case number from the bank's investigation, and a list of every transaction she made. If you think I'm bluffing, feel free to call the detective whose number is at the bottom. He's expecting your call. Claire's hands shook as she shoved back from the table. You're ruining my life. I stepped aside, pointing toward the door. No, Claire. I'm simply making sure you don't interfere in my life again. She stormed into the spare room to start packing. Dad stayed seated for a moment, staring at the envelope like it might explode. Then he stood up, muttered something about me being heartless, and followed her. As the door slammed behind them, I felt something I hadn't in years, absolute, unshakable control over my own life. And I knew without a doubt this was just the beginning. For the first 24 hours after I kicked Claire and Dad out, my phone didn't stop vibrating. Claire started with texts, "You're overreacting. You've always been jealous of me. You'll regret this." When that didn't work, she moved on to voice messages, half crying, half screaming, "You've turned the whole family against me. Dad's so upset. He hasn't eaten all day. Good. Let him experience, for once, what it's like when someone else isn't providing everything for him." By the next morning, Dad himself was calling. I ignored him. Then came the guilt trips via Mom, who I hadn't even seen in weeks. "Can't you just drop the charges? It's tearing us apart. She's your only sister. You two should be supporting each other." Supporting her? I've been doing that since we were teenagers. The only thing Claire had ever supported was her own bad habits. 2 days later, the real consequences kicked in. Detective Harris from the department handling financial cases called to confirm they'd formally contacted Claire. She had two options: pay back the full amount and sign an admission of guilt, or face charges. When I heard that, I expected a fresh tidal wave of begging from her. Instead, I got silence, which was almost worse. It meant she was scrambling. Sure enough, Paige called me the next morning. Paige never called me unless she wanted something. "Alex," she started, trying for that fake friendly tone, "Claire's freaking out. If she goes down for this, she'll never get a job again." I let her talk for a solid minute before cutting in. Maybe she should have thought of that before carrying out those purchases without permission. "Oh, and Paige, if I were you, I'd delete the Tokyo photo dump before the police start asking how you paid for your ticket." The line went dead. That afternoon, Mom showed up at my door unannounced. She didn't knock, she just walked in like she still had that right. Her first words weren't "hello" or "can we talk?" She said, "They're staying at a motel. It's awful. You've humiliated your sister." I just leaned on the counter, watching her like I'd never seen her before. "Humiliated?" I said. "No, Mom. I clarified the facts. That's all." "You could have handled it quietly," she said, voice trembling with that practiced mix of shame and disappointment. "Family matters shouldn't be public." "They're only public," I shot back, "because Claire made $11,000 worth of documented purchases without authorization. She wanted first-class treatment. Now she's getting it." Mom's face tightened. "Your father thinks you've gone too far." I smiled. "Your father isn't welcome here until he admits he was wrong."